Award Late Season Top 20 Special is presented by Principal, proud sponsor of the 2026 John R. Wooden Player of the Year.
We've been talking about the elite freshman.
Welcome back.
To see AJ Bonsa here on ESPN2, top of the hour. BYU desperate for a win, 4 straight losses.
I want to say to this
Waker
now.
To take on Baylor tonight, and then of course Caleb Wilson, 23, and that enormous win over Duke on Saturday. Carolina's won 5 in a row. Like, what's he listening to?
Oh, no, you got to put that in his pocket, though. Put that in your pocket.
Is he answering text messages or what? What is going on here?
Business out there, Coach. Business being done.
Right,
Now look at all those players.
Like
women's late mid-season top 20. But as you can see, you know, those are the players for the women's basketball. Of course.
Division 1 in scoring and tops and steals. Flau'jae Johnson, Sarah Strong. The stars are many. Taylor Tannenbaum and Megan McCune now on the women's nominees.
These are the women's nominees.
Thank you, Kev. She's Megan McCune. I'm Taylor Tannenbaum. All right, the Wooden Award watch list on the women's side has been whittled down to a top 20. And I'm going to put you on the spot here, Meg. And I want you to talk about 3 players on this list that you think could really vie for this award at the end of the year. And we're going to start with the front runner for the award in one, Sarah Strong at UConn.
UConn Sarah Strong is the best player in the country because she impacts the game in literally every single way. Defensively, she's an elite shot blocker. She gets in the passing lanes, and she forces offenses to get out of the rhythm. On offense, she is a fantastic floor general, leading the team in assists. But she's like Nikola Jokic. She gets the ball. She gets her teammates into positions to score. Oh, and by the way, she knocks it out at such an efficient clip as well, leading her team in points per game, rebounds, assists, steals, you name it. She's leading her team in score in that category. And she's a 6'2" forward on the best team in the nation who's undefeated.
If you had a Jokic mention on your bingo card, congratulations. You can call bingo. All right, how about the People's Queen at Iowa State in Audie Crooks?
We love a title, don't we?
We love it.
Come on, Audie Crooks has some of the softest hands in college basketball, by the way. She can catch literally anything thrown in her area, which is huge because Iowa State gets her a touch nearly every possession, and she faces multiple defensive coverages. When the ball goes inside, the defense collapses, which allows so much room on the perimeter for everybody in an Iowa State jersey to knock down the 3. They actually lead the Big 12 in three-point shooting, 37% as a team. Her offense down low and the ability to score down in the paint or back to the basket makes her so difficult to guard.
Never can get enough of Audie Crooks. And last but certainly not least, in Music City is Michaela Blakes, who had a great freshman year, but somehow has continued to build her sophomore season.
Michaela Blakes is a mid-range assassin. She is so smooth in ball screen actions, reading that secondary defender and then reacting appropriately. Plus, she mixes up how she scores, so it's really difficult as a defender to know what she's going to do because she doesn't necessarily play in that rhythmic way. I love what she's done in terms of her playmaking this season, especially. She's getting paint touches. The defense is collapsing. She's spraying it out to her teammates. She's an unselfish player. And Blakes right now is leading the entire SEC in scoring, which, I don't know if you know this, the SEC, pretty good at basketball. Yeah.
Vanderbilt is having an historic season, and a big credit to that is Michaela Blakes. All right, the 20 names on this list are all elite, deserving of an award like this. But there's one name that didn't make the cut in the top 20, and that's Toby Fournier at Duke, Meg.
Fournier got snubbed. What? It's unbelievable. She's been playing so well down the stretch. Duke did not start out the season great, but as of late, they've won 15 straight games. They're number 1 in the ACC standings right now. Defensively, they're playing at a high level, but Toby Fournier's offense has been massive, getting to the rim. She was huge in that Louisville win for the Blue Devils earlier this week. Really impressed with how she's come on and stayed the course in her sophomore season. She's been key to Duke's success.
A sleeper not on the list, but I'm sure deserving of many awards.
Got some time
moving forward
to get on the list. You know, long career ahead of her.
Perfect breakdown by Megan McCune. Kev, back to you.
All right, Taylor, thanks so much. It's time now for the Wooden Watch presented by Principal. Looking at the current odds leaders on the men's side compared to where they were a month ago when we revealed the group. Back on January 7th, Cam Boozer at minus 190 today, minus 1,400. What we're saying is he is the enormous betting favorite. So, Slay, with a month to go in the regular season, can anyone do anything in that time to move past Cam Boozer in your estimation?
Yeah, if Cam Boozer decided to sit out, I think it's a foregone conclusion almost. But I think it's contingent on what their teams do. I think Darius Acuff Jr. is a guy that could get his team there, but you need the bigs to be able to play where he can operate in himself and be a winning. Cam Boozer, the problem is he's a big that plays like a guard. So bigs not supposed to have the ball in their hands that much. It doesn't happen with Cam, Coach.
AJ DeBonta, I don't think they can win enough games. But there's a team that's going to have maybe 3 shots at Duke. That's North Carolina. And if they just so happen to sweep Duke, I think Caleb Wilson will have to be in the conversation. Because for them to sweep Duke, he has to play at a very high level. He's a two-way player. He can attack matchups. He runs the floor. He makes spectacular plays that will resonate on social media. That guy, his high energy and how hard he plays, if they are fortunate enough to sweep Duke, he will have to be in the conversation.
And you understand, we're a sucker for matchups. If we can get those matchups and he dominate those matchups in one of them, just one, I think it closes the gap a little bit. But if not, which I think Cam Boozer is a guy that can go 0 points, 2 rebounds in the first half, and finish up with 24 and 14.
We expect Cam Boozer. His maturity
is different.
And his intangibles are just different.
Yeah.
We started the show talking about the freshmen. Why don't we end the show talking about the freshmen? Obviously, Caleb Wilson and Cam Boozer. And AJ DeBonta, who has been spectacular since stepping foot on the campus there in Provo, Utah. We'll see him in action right now. BYU needs a win. Baylor
So
needs a
that
signature
is
win.
going to do it.
Mike Monaco,
And we'll
Miles
see
Simon,
y'all
all enjoy.
next time.
DraftKings Casino.